Hello everyone, welcome. If you're new to the channel, I am Twisted Games and I'm here to do a solo run. This one inspired me to do this. Mr. Scott's thoughts, and see the name on here, and his link to his channel be in the description. Been watching him for last couple months a lot, so I figured why not do something a little bit different to the channel. Let's do a solo run. My first time doing a solo run. Also doing Kaiser Ironmon is also like a thing that I like to do as well on streams. So if you're new to the channel, please give the video a like, comment, subscribe channel for more content. I am not a pro solo solo speedrunner. I'm just doing this for fun. I see how fast I personally can do this. And see here, I'm using Kabutops, my favorite mon of all time. Awesome design stuff. Let's go over stats a little bit. It's HP 60, attack 115, defense 105, speed 80, and special 70. In generation 1, he gets a crit rate of a 15% plus 16%. See here, it starts with the moves with Scratch, Harden, and Absorb, which is good for Brock because Absorb in the first area. Also with Yellow in particular, which I am playing on. I do plan on playing the Arrival with the Jolteon line. That was the first few runs I did of this until the last run, as I do a different run completely. And then also he gets good few moves like Ice Beam, Blizzard, Surface, TM, HM, my bad. Bulb Beam when you get from Misty. Like I said, I decided to immediately fight the rival first time, level 6, and to the point that I can actually do this in this time frame. As long as I don't get growled, because if you get growled, you basically lose. Leer is fine because you resist everything, but Sand-Attack's also a really big one. And see, I love missing moves. Missed 3 in a row. Yeah, Generation 1 kind of sucks in this way, but yes, that's to keep moving some moves. But other moves that Kabutops, it will be learning Body Slam. It will be also learning Sword Stance. If you guys don't know Generation 1, one thing it will do is to have the Bash Boost glitch, which will be happening. And say I wide out for the first time there because I just keep on missing moves because it's Generation 1. You keep on missing moves. And I'm also pointing out I'm not faster than a Spearow until level 8. Level 7, you're not faster than the Spearow. But so if you were going to do this, like trying to first time this, you have to be at level 8. But you can do it at level 6, as I am proving. Attempted for myself as I get another Sand Attack. Like I lost first time, Sand Attack, whatever. First of all, blackout. So like that, but it's just missing. And just miss. And then another miss. And see all these great misses I'm having in this awesome battle. But eventually I beat Arrival, went to level 8. And then we faced Brock, who is gonna be very easy because I was so confident about this, I didn't even heal. That's I think it's self-explanatory in this part of the game. It's self-explanatory that I don't even have to heal on beat Brock. That's how bad Brock is. Bind could be a little bit of a problem, and Bite as well, but Bind, it takes time. But as you see here, we will eventually beat Mr. Brock. As you guys see here, the split didn't properly work on here, so I will be putting like a screenshot on top of it just to tell you guys know what happened. But the time clock to beat when I beat Brock was 9 minutes and 30 seconds, which is slow because I faced our first rival. So let's keep in mind that this will continuously to happen. And this is, I'll just post like a little screenshot of what it is, and I'll just slowly fill in the times as well. So the thing, but again, first batch beat Brock, And yeah, we rock. Inside the not moon, I actually get water gun team. I taught it to Mr. Kabutops because it will help him with stab water moves. And then immediately faced a rival and got destroyed in city. I did some little bit of grinding, probably a little bit too much, but I don't think nothing you can say or do about this. But yes, I go ahead and I essentially this rival is little to no resistance to this because water gun one shots the sand shrew. But it scratches two shots everything else on here as well. I think I was just looking because is it damage calc threshold to see what does more or not. Scratch does more than water gun because its attack is superior to its special inside this game. And see that tail gave me an attack boost, and then I got hit with these growls, so my attack got nerfed, but it's okay. We beat the rival there, and then we go and face Misty. I do make a mistake before going to Misty here. I tried to just see how well I do. I got a crit first turn against Misty with Scratch. You know, Starmie's a big problem because water gun, a bulb beam does a lot, and she crits with the bulb beam. It's essentially over. Like she crit me water gun, but it did so much more damage than I did crit her with absorb. You know, and then the bulb beam. Like I said, bulb beam just kills. If she didn't click bulb, maybe I get this first time if she clicks harden. Harden is really an unfortunate way to do this as well. But I should have done, and I do this later inside the thing. Teach Kabutops seismic toss at the top of the route because it would just do consistent damage more. Scratch just 2-shot, it will guarantee like 3-shot into the Starmie in these type of runs. But in the last run I do decide to go ahead and teach it seismic toss, but I just went and hold and do scratches. See here, it's not really that great here, as bulb beam still knocks me out, which is unfortunate. I think I keep on repeat doing this over and over again because again, sometimes when you're stubborn about certain things and your first time doing stuff, you're just not acknowledging what you're doing correctly. This is all not doing stuff correctly. But yes, end of the day, I get an crit. It's just, can I beat the Starmie 1v1 here with my level? And could I use the trainer, the other trainer to do certain things? I could have to get to level 23, but that's not what's happening. She did use X defense here, and it says she resets me again. I think at this point, I decided to reset. I'll just take the experience and to just have me a blackout against Starmie, and just wait until I actually beat her again with the team. Like I said, I just deposit both mods. I could have I did take experience, so level 22 I do level 23 against Misty, and like I said, at this point I decided to just take the blackout because why not on the blackout. And it's still a 2-shot, but I'm taking less damage from the Staryu. Or maybe I forgot that's more HP and stuff like that. Or gun, not doing as much damage to me. Bulb beam again does a lot, but I can take another bulb beam. But she X defense as I click absorb, which is good. I crit her, which is good. Water gun doesn't do a whole lot, and then I crit her again with scratch, and that's how I beat Misty in time of 35 minutes into that section. Now inside the SSN, when I go next, I teach Kabutops body slam in place of scratch. Way better move for it, and this move be on its moveset for the whole duration of the rest of the game. And then face a rival on the SSN. Rival's very easy. Body Slam one-shots everything. It does about one-shot Sandshrew, but I do have Bullet Beam, which one-shot Sandshrew. So this fight is really easy with Body Slam. And because of I beat that, I go ahead and go against Surge. Raichu, Surge has really bad AI. As see here, Growl. Mega Punch. GG's. Cool. Thank you, Surge. And then Wind Celadon, get fresh water. We teach Kabutops Ice Beam. Ice Beam's really good. Allows it to hit mounts like Gyarados and stuff, but Gyarados is not really on the team for the rival. But it's still good against grass types and flying types. So Kabutops can get Ice Beam. Ice Beam, I get rid of Absorb for Ice Beam at this point, and that it makes Kabutops a little bit better, especially. And then the first Giovanni fight. Just highlight this. This battle's pretty easy. Pretty easy battle against Giovanni. Spell Beam, Bubble Beam, and Persian. Even though Bison had a one-shot, I do outspeed, and essentially it's a two-shot. So GG's to Mr. Giovanni in this battle. Next, we face rival in the Pokemon Tower. Again, this is probably the easiest fight you're gonna do. Ice Beam against a Pharaoh, one shots. Shelter, Body Slam's like a two-shot because Shelter is physically good, except for a crit. But it's like a two-shot or something like that. It's crazy. Vulpix, Bulbing goes and, one shots. Crit doesn't matter. Sandshrew, Bulbing, doesn't matter. And then Eevee gets one shot. Now, this area has potential to give Kabutops trouble because the special is not very good, but I also for a whiteout, which is good. And then I went to Future City, picked up the Surf HM at the end of the Safari Zone, but on a way to pick up the Surf HM, you can pick up the Gold Teeth for the Warden, and also teach Kabutops Surf because it's going to be really helpful for Kabutops with a higher base water move. And then you drop the Gold Teeth up to the Warden in here for the Gold Teeth, and he gives you HF for strength. Go for it. Also, very important note is you can't use strength, and right there's actually a rare candy. I do collect rare candies throughout the thing. I think I get like 8 or 9 on the whole thing. Oh yeah, my HF limits I use HF runs quote Sparrow, Sandshrew, but I think later on I pivot to Sandshrew, Charmander, and Squirtle as my HM slaves. And then I face Erica because I thought that I could beat Erica in this scenario. Crazy stuff. I don't know. I'm on something sometimes, But essentially I lose. It's like I lose. And so with that, I'm pretty sure I wide up to like Erica wide a few times. I believe sure, because she just like I'm stubborn at this point. Stubborn Twisted is here, and I need to go ahead and actually like not do this right now. What I should have done is get Swords Dance from Silphco and then beat her. I did get Great Weeping Bell, which is cool. But I don't think I can. But I don't really knock out Gloom one hit. But like I said, she Super Potion and click Spell Dance. It KOs me. So, wish I was able to wake up from that. But yeah, this is the thing with this part of the game is once again trying to be Erica. Why am I trying to be Erica here without getting Sword Stance? Because I live one from Tango and then Body Slam +2, which is KO everything on her team. No idea, but that time she clicked Super Potion. Weird. And then Weeping Bell again. Sleep Powder always hits. It's weird how that move always hits me and she one-shots me. So I then grinded in here, wasted all my Body Slam PP. And then I'm just, can I please just like win? Can I please win with this mon? Sunspore. It's no Slave Fire Sunburst this time, which I dodge. And essentially, if I one-shot Gloom, I don't, but she uses Super Potion, so I eventually beat Erica. Give me. And then I face the rival because, like I said, I do things backwards. I do the half-ass. Erica was an hour 35 on my playthrough time, so there's that. KO Sandslash, KO Ninetales. Probably, if I actually had Sword Stance, I would have just set up on the Ninetales, but I don't have Sword Stance. But yeah, I didn't grab Sword Stance yet. I did it after everything here in the Silphco. Don't know why I did that, but it's okay. I one-shot the Kadabra, and Jolteon at this point only has Thunder Shock or Double Kick, and those two moves are garbage. And I'm paralyzed the Jolteon for, you know, shit and giggles in here. And then I face Giovanni after I beat Jesse James. The first time I mentioned Jesse James, but Giovanni's pretty easy for the most part. Giovanni's easy because I just Body Slam into Ice Beam. Persian takes two Body Slams. And then, well, I think for PP, like saving up TP. Surf Rhyhorn dies. I can't beat sometimes. Queen, I think it's 2 surfs. Just 1 surf. KO's Queen from that level, and I beat Giovanni. That's that. And then I grabbed Sword Stance because I worked half-ass backwards. And I played Sword Stance with Harden on my Kabutops set. So, fun stuff in here. And then I faced Sabrina as everybody's Koga, which I think is fine, I think, for the most part. The only thing ever has is Flash. And we speed tied there, so that's kind of good that I did not get my accuracy drop here. And that's Sword Stance. And one thing I did notice is that I don't have a speed boost in here because I don't have Koga's badge, I think it is, to get the speed boost. I do have the stuff for everything else on there. By the way, Sabrina time was 1:45 when I beat her in this section. And then after Sabrina, I went to go face Blaine. You know, I faced Koga after Sabrina. I beat Koga. I think I took 0 wideouts against Koga. Was easy. I Sword Stance up on him and stuff like that. So doesn't matter. I must have missed it while I was editing the stuff out. Of course, I could just add it in post stuff and just do that with. Alright. Anyways, because Blaine, Ninetales, I froze it with Ice Beam. What are the odds of that? And then I'll speed everything. But there's a thing called level up. I'm about to level up here. But it doesn't matter. I'll speed the Arcanine. So I Body Slam Arcanine plus 6 on Oko. And that's how I beat Blaine. And that time for Blaine was 1:55. And then went straight to Giovanni. And Giovanni actually does put trouble into me in the future runs. I think this one is not that bad because he just guard specs. And then I click Surf like Oko with his crit. So he does have potential to click in Fissure and or Earthquake. You guys will see later on how Mr. The guy is quite annoying. That Doug Trio, quite annoying. You know, I'm +4. Surf just killed Neocoin. I think Surf just kills everything else on his team from this level because Neo King isn't that defensive. And then Rhydon, that's the Surf, you know. And and I beat Mr. Giovanni in 1:58.24. So it's definitely a slow time because my first playthrough. At the same time, I'm trying to do my stuff. I'm trying to do what I can inside this thing as well. And then I faced a rival before he becomes champion. I set up on Mr. Rival, and it makes sense to set up on him, but at the same time, I don't know how easy it is when Jolteon is right there. I quite could sub and execute for like a turn when he uses Solar Beam or something. You know, so with that, I can click and serve against Ninetales. I probably, and like I said, if I have like another turn of Sword Stance, I would able to outspeed the Jolteon, but I don't. But +6 against a +1 Cloyster, like easy lives that. Insane stuff. And then Kadabra, I went Body Slam. Crit doesn't matter. And Jolteon misses Thunder because it doesn't have Thunderbolt, and that's how it beat the rival. And then we'll make our way up to the Elite Four. Borlight does give me problems in the first turn run. It's because it's because of the Dugong mainly. Dugong has bolting, and if I get a lower speed drop, I essentially lose to his Cloyster, and that's kind of the problem. His Cloyster with Clamp, I would be able never to move if I get a speed drop against Dugong. Every time I get a speed drop, I reset because I just lose. I lose to Cloyster. Essentially every time. But doesn't matter. Cloyster done, Slowbro done, Jinx done. Last but not least, Lapras, very low health. I did get a crit, and that's the reason why I survived, because of the crit, and I suffered a whiteout. First one time in Elite Four, and like I said, Sword Stance up, and there's a crit by Dugong. Yes, crit by Dugong. I tried to +6 against Dugong, and I did, like I said, I got the speed drop, which is unfortunate. And Cloyster's, I do outspeed the Cloyster though with this, so I outspeed everything but the Jinx at my level. Jinx just clicks double slap and not clicks a different move, so I'm very grateful for Jinx. She can hit all 5 though, but good thing, grateful to Jinx for missing, and I KO'd the Jinx, and then no crit allows me to KO the Lapras. Next we have the Onyx inside Bruno, and Bruno, for the most part, it's pretty easy, but I messed up a little bit here. What I should have done, I should have sub against a Hitmonchan, because Body Slam does not kill, and I got Generation 1 miss as well, so Generation 1 miss into a double kick, and he did extra defense on him. Only it doesn't matter. He dies next turn. Onyx, Surf, and the reason why I said I should have set up on Hitmonchan is because of Machamp here. Body Slam is a 2-shot with the Para, and Submission destroys Kabutops, so that is a loss for me, which is really unfortunate at that point. But I learned my lesson, because you had to learn lessons. Onyx dies 1-shot, Hitmonchan. The only thing that's the worst thing possible is I get burned by a Fire Punch. Everything else is like fine, and I missed on stuff. Hitmonchan dies. I didn't sell +6. I just sell +4 because double team. Hitmonchan dies, and that was with a crit. Crit offsets your stat boost, so thank you, Generation 1. Body Slam again, get my champ. I got another crit, but then he gets parried, and then I kill him with another crit. So not too bad against Bruno in this bigger battle. Agatha is fucking ridiculous, because her Gengar has it's really this Gengar. This Gengar has Mega Drain, and Mega Drain is just annoying. It's just annoying mon. But she likes to switch every now and then. By the way, I don't know why I didn't click Body Slam there. I'm like +2. Don't ask me why. I was doing certain things left and right. But I do KO, go back to KO the first Gengar that was gone. Haunter, eventually I just died to poison or being abused, because that's where I am at this point in the game. But I do make it down to the last Gengar, which is really interesting that I actually made it down to the last Gengar and then I died to poison. I'll just reset. Gengar. I actually do a different strat eventually against Agatha in the my 4th and 5th runs that I did with this. So also one thing about this is that this Gengar never clicks what's it called? Never clicks Mega Drain a single time. And then she tries to outdo the serve damage and she can't do it, so why she has explosions, we don't know. Golbat, I'm +2. A crit mattered because she would have died. It would die without the crit. Haunter again comes out, and then yes, the Haunter dies in 2 serves. Arbok will die with the Fire Slam. This one's not that. This one was not that bad. It really wasn't. This one, well, until this Gengar comes in and then screws me over, and that's a crit there. Dream Eater, serve, and Super Potion. It's trying to Super Potion spam out Dream Eater, so ended up being easy against Agatha in this case. Gyarados, and for Lance, I clicked Sword Stance. He hit Hydro Pump, which does about half, you know. And I was thinking, because I won't outfeed the Aerodactyl, even though Aerodactyl really doesn't really do a whole lot to me. But then he misses Hydro, so 2 body slams there. This first Dragonair, you want to kill as much as quick as possible, but you don't want to get T-waved out, then you lose. This Dragonair, I went for a Sword Stance. Sword Stance is really good. Folding is really bad if I get Speed Drop, but now I'm passing Aerodactyl, which is good. Surf kills Aerodactyl. Level up doesn't matter because Dragonite does get one shot by the Ice Beam, I want to say, but I just clicked Bison. I'm +4 and crit. He misses Thunder, so I got lucky there. And then I beat Lance, and then into the champion. This champion side's tough because Jolteon outspeeds you, and in Sand Slash you can't sub against the Sand Slash. So Surf, one shot Sand Splash. Also did not use rare candies at this point. I think after this one I ran candy up. This mod is probably the mod I should have set up on, which best as I could. But Kinesis is really annoying against him. Executor, we see I invaded the first time, but if Executor misses that one again, I've better chance of winning. But problem is the Cloyster just comes in and Cloyster just ruins myself with Clamp. Clamp is very, very, very annoying, and I decided to set up on Cloyster. Don't ask me why. I tried doing that, but Clamp and Leech Seed is the reason why I lose. I am trying teaching Kabutops Blizzard and side Sword Stance up onto Sand Slash, which I do take a little over half, and then Surf kills. Alakazam comes in now. Now speed, +2 kills Alakazam, which is really nice. I decided to click Blizzard this time to do Executor. Does half, but lands Leech Seed against me. But then I click Blizzard again and Executor dies. Very good stuff. And then Cloyster, again, is a problem. Plus, it doesn't do anything against this guy. I decided to Sword Stance up. And he clicks Clamp and lands Clamp. And he gets a crit, so I lose. Because that's what it is. Yeah, like I said, I decided to click Swords and Sand Slash, which I probably take the kill on Sand Slash. Probably should, but I just don't. Again, Sand Slash dies, and then Body Slam into Alakazam. If anything, this mod should be the one mod I set up on. While I'm clicking Blizzard, I probably try going for a freeze, but I just don't get I just don't get it. If that might freezes and I Sword Stance up, I just kind of like sort of win. If I get Paralyzation onto the Cloyster, but it doesn't matter because he just clicks Clamp and that's basically a loss. because he doesn't get parried, he doesn't miss clamp, and clamp continues, and yeah, I lose. I changed my approach against the Wario this time. It's quick circumstance slash first turn, and then I also use I use a couple of right candies against him. Why I use serve? Don't ask me. Always click by slam. Don't know why I click serve. I think it's a misclick. But now I sub in the Executor. Lucy, I don't think it's the worst in the world, but I reset because I think in my head I'm like, I probably lose that. Probably do. Alakazam, I buy it. This time I buy slam. I don't kill, but he clicks side beam, which does decent amount. Not a whole lot. It does decent amount. Executor comes in. Sword Stance up because why not? Leech Seed, and I just click Sword Stance against it. I think this time I just like, you know what, let me just go ahead and just click Sword Stance, see what happens. Why I'm clicking Blizzard on +4? Don't ask me. I recorded this a while back. Don't ask me. You know? But yeah, eventually take us the Executor. The Cloyster comes out on +4. The crit. And he clicks Clamp. Why I got crit? I didn't need to. Who knows? And then I just lose to him. As you can tell, it's really rough on me. Really rough. But again, we gotta do the same thing over and over again. I take a sidekick this time, which is ow. Hurt. That hurt. Executor. Again, I'm clicking Sword Stance because it's the best play I can do. I think I went and did +6. Yeah, I just decided to do +6. Which is like, it is what it is. And then KO the Executor. KO the Cloyster, I believe here. Yep, I KO the Cloyster. I don't know why I click Surf when Fire Slam is just rightfully bad. Right, Surf doesn't kill. It does. And then the level up makes me slower than Jolteon, but Jolteon uses Thunder Wave. And I went and go ahead and I beat Jolteon. So on that point, I did beat the game at 2 hours, 29 minutes, and 13 seconds with a 17 race sets and 2 blackout, which not the greatest in the world. It's right here, but it's the first run. I think I was looking a lot of stuff up, and it's just a lot of not being experienced in solo runs and stuff like that. And hey guys, we'll see. The in-game time I beat this at, it's like a little over 4 hours, I believe. It's like 414 minutes, something like that. 4 hours and 11 minutes. That is really rough, right? Really rough time to do 4 hours 11 minutes. But like I said, I decided to play this game a couple other times. I played the game 4 times. I did do better and better each run. Agatha's always a problem. The rivals with Jolteon's always a problem. So let's go over the really is run number 4 and number 5. Run number 5 is a little bit different than the rest of the runs. We're gonna go over run number 4. Number 4 goes a little bit smoother. Just a little bit, not too much. But it does go a little bit smoother throughout the gameplay. Again, I decided to do the rival at this time level 7. The rival to place Jolteon. And like I said earlier, I don't get the ability to outspeed the Sparrow unless I am level 8. And this is kind of, you think it's kind of new, and it kind of is, right? Should I use Absorb? Probably, but I'm just clicking Scratch. But I did get 2 crits. I didn't get 2 crits against that. We're gonna zoom all the way to Misty. It's very important on Misty because I actually skipped her and got by them and went towards her back on here. And it's always sub hardens. to get better attack on the body slam. And then it was a speed type, me and her. And see that I did better than her in that particular portion. And then this trainer gave me problems. Because Confuse Ray. And I don't know why I clicked hard and I thought I would get a special boost and I never played that. And then I got parried. So I got parried, I got Confusion, and then Nightshade just kind of does wonders against me. And I don't get a single hit in against this trainer. And that was my first reset in around 50 minutes inside this particular run. I didn't say, but I didn't think I was going to like experience anything bad in here. I don't know. I just thought that it'd just be easy run. Like I said, I think this time I just attacked. I just attacked into her, just channel her, and then I got confused again. Hit myself confusion. Hit myself confusion. Hit myself confusion, and I lose. But I pass her in the future. This is kind of weird. I did white out here. I did do a few mess ups. Yeah, my moveset are kind of messed up here. I was not supposed to teach surfing on this mod. I was supposed to just leave like Bubble Beam and Ice Beam, and I kind of messed up everything. But there's a reason why I'm showing this particular battle, because I'm pretty sure I get burned here. No, I don't get burned. That's good. I think Cloister fucks me here, right? I'm pretty sure Cloister does numbers on me. No, it's potion. Why did I do like a quarter? Something happens in this battle where I white out. I don't remember what it is. What whites me out? Jochan got a crit Thundershock. That's a whiteout. That's what I whiteout against the rival, because I only got credit there. Yeah, I think this run, I did something a little bit different with this run, and then I more tuned in my very last run. Again, I just click serve. I'm also lower level than I was the first time I played this battle. And quick attack crits me, whatever. Another crit, like who cares, right? Like who cares about that? Roar, can't really do anything. Like I said, I just do that. It's just one of those things that I get outsped by Kadabra and Jolteon in this battle for being how low level I am. Watch out the Cloister this time, which is good. I think I get confused here. No, I don't. That's good. The critical hit, and then the Jolteon Thundershock almost crit me, but I crit hit. But I got the para, and that's how I beat Jolteon. Blaine, I think Blaine burns me, and I reset here. At some point, it does. I'm like, I can't do this while being burned, and it's insane how I got the crit and hit myself with confusion 100 times in a row, and hit myself with confusion again, and I finally get to move after all that. Yes, finally get to move against Blaine, but then Rapidash survives. And I needed to do another Swords Dance. So, yep, that was a reset against Blaine. Because I guess I overestimated Kabutops' power. That was on me. But yeah. That was a reset. And there's a reset for burned. So I decided I decided to go into continuous more. And then I got confused. And probably some plus 4 doesn't count. So on that point, it's like one of those things where, oh shit, I need to not get burned and not get confused, Ray, before I beat Blaine. And yeah, just essentially don't get burned, Twisted. we know, we know you don't. You're the least guy to get hacked and all this stuff. But yes, I eventually do beat Blaine here. I said the +6 and outsped everything, and +6 is one shots everything except for the Arcanine, but he clicks Reflect, so it doesn't matter. And I'm finally leveled up there. She gives me a reset. I think because Kinesis. It's just a Kinesis thing. It's the accuracy. That's what it comes down to. It's just accuracy. Or Sideway does shit ton of damage. What the mean? Sideway does 50%, and then Sideway can KO. Sideway two-shot me. This move is the most useless moves in history, and it two-shot me for no fucking reason. Sabrina got the highest rolls possible on Sidewave. It's like, bro, get away from me, Sabrina. It's not cool. Literally not cool, Sabrina. Look how much Sidewave did to me. What do you mean Sidewave did? Almost 3/4. Hey, look at that. What is the difference? But anyways, I ended up being Sabrina. As you guys see here, I beat Sabrina in this battle. Well, being all 4-3. Giovanni, like I said, Giovanni's the kind of problem because Giovanni will one-shot me, and I didn't kill. But that time it didn't one-shot me. But the problem is the Persian will kill me. That's the problem. I need to sword stance multiple times, and he saves the crit. But yes, the Dugtrio is an actual problem in this battle because not just it's faster, he will crit a lot because he is that much faster than me. And Fissure is also a huge problem because it was definitely one-shot me. And just like before, except for this time, I actually KO with Surf. I decided to sword stance against the Persian here. This Persian is doing damage. I probably needed to sword stance one more time. I got rid of all my boosts as well outside of it. As you see here, +4 does not KO the Neo Queen. So it's another reset for me, in particular for this run against Giovanni. See, I just run some random shit. Like, Dugtrio just waxes my shit. You know? Like, let's see this Earthquake. Almost one-shot me. Surf, KOs the Dugtrio. Problem is, I never outspeed the Persian. What the Persian gonna do? He clicks Guard Spec, thank you Giovanni. And he clicks a double team, thank you Giovanni. And then clicks Sword Stance, click Screech by a slam. And I think at this point, I wax up the rest of the team. Needle Queen dies one shot. Needle King dies one shot. Rhydon will die to Surf. And eventually I do beat Giovanni in this battle. Lear gets a fuck about Lear, right? So beat Giovanni, and then I face the rival before the league, one shot Surf. You could argue you could sword stance into the Sand Slash, making it can't really do anything new. Which is fair. It is definitely fair. But I know the for run 5, not this run. Ninetales can kill. Body Slam won't because of bullshit, and it crits a Clamp. I don't know what you want from me. I don't know what you want from me. He withdraws, and then you're dead. And then I leveled up, and that's a problem because if I sword sub, I'm never outspeeding Jolteon. I don't move a Kadabra. Here's Jolteon. Click a Thunder Wave this time, and therefore I pass him. No, I don't. No, I don't. Great stuff. I took a blackout because I decided to use this as a training session for experience. So when I am able to set up properly and outspeed the Jolteon, I will then never get into the habit of like not doing that. But now here and there, we continue to have to face the rival over and over and over again. You know, just saying. Sometimes you feel like you want to like cough or whatever, and that's the most that's happened there. I almost wanted to cough. But yeah, I decided to set up some cloister. Why? You just have to add. You have to add Future Twisted or Past Twisted. I am Future Twisted. You have to ask Past Twisted why I wanted to sub against the cloister. Good thing he's got Paras, so I didn't take any more damage. But the problem is, actually, easy. I actually pass this time because I don't level up, and therefore I can one-shot Jolteon with +6 Body Slam, and that's what happened there. And that's only one reset. Good for me. And then went into Elite 4, and like I said, if I ever get the speed drop, I immediately lose. And I learned that I think at some point in this run is that I immediately lose because Jinx outspeeds me. And if Jinx wanted to click Ice Punch, I lose. And Super Potion apparently does a quarter to Cloyster's health because Cloyster's health is not that great. And also, +6 is not O-code Silver somehow, which is crazy. She's just thrash against me. Got the crit, so I think I only died because of the crit. If she didn't crit me, I would have lived that. But again, if I didn't have the speed drop, that's a problem. I decided to use one rare candy before this, just so I think gives me a little bit more damage into Lorelei. It's just like a damage thing, I think. And also 50 just looks better. And she used the rest this time. See how much easier this could have been if she never uses Bubble Beam into me? Never. It's most never ever stops. Parad. And it's funny, she gets parried and somehow still lands clamp, and I missed. I got the one out of 252 miss on Body Slam. I took unnecessary damage into there. And see there, the one level does KO'd Slowbro at that range. Jinx dies. I think Lapras is a roll, maybe. No, it's just one shots. So I beat Lorelei pretty easy there. Gengar, for some reason I didn't heal, so I decided to reset. I think I also use a couple of I should use a couple of rare candies. At least I think, yeah. I put myself up 55, so I definitely used some rare candies in here, and I saved because I don't want to do it again. Also, picked up the Mimic TM. Yeah, I want to Mimic Substitute. I want to Mimic Substitute. Now, here's a little bit of a problem I ran into. Substitute's a great TM. What I decided to do, I think this particular playthrough, because I don't beat this first time. You guys know I don't beat this thing first time. Mega Drain, it does a shit ton of damage. Why this one specifically had Mega Drain? Crazy. I wanted to get the TM for Substitute from the game corner, but you need like 7,000 coins for that. I'm just like, that's almost nearly impossible. So you got reset there if you got lost. I'm like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? So that's why this one could have been a lot better if I didn't go for a TM. So this Lorelei, when I'm telling you this this Agatha, when this Agatha is stupid battle, I mean, this Agatha is stupid. Now, see, the first one, I did this very quickly. You guys have seen this. I've done this very quickly. But this first Gengar is stupid. It paralyzed me on Lick. I was like, nope, I lose instantly. If I get parried, I lose instantly. And why I don't save Mimic into the thing, I'm wasting time. I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. And now I do finally save because I don't know what to tell you. I'm telling you, this Agatha battle. Oh, I had 2 other runs in this where I was doing better than this time, but I did dumb things like I replaced Ice Beam with Blizzard and I got parried again. You never get enough PP to win with Blizzard, right? You just don't do it. You as a Kabutops do not do more damage with Blizzard. You know, so that's kind of the problem there. Like I said, basically, like I got crit Mega Drain, which is also an issue that Mega Drain can crit. Gengar has a high crit ratio chance because of his speed, and then I get modeled up by Mega Drain. Because of that, right? Substitute blocks Confuse Ray. What Substitute doesn't block, it does not block Hypnosis. Which you'll see later on how Hypnosis actually screws me over, and how the Mega Drain screws me over, because Substitute, I always lose this at this rank. I lose to a Paralick, I lose to a Confuse Ray, I lose a Mega Drain. I lose to those. And click Substitute against me. And Lick. Like, I finally see the first time me the first Gengar. Golbat, I'm +4 Body Slam. Kills. Haunter. Surf. And there's Hypnosis. You unless you wake up that first turn, you lose to Haunter. So that's not a reset. I think it's like 6 resets against Agatha, because Agatha's annoying. Agatha is quite annoying. You know, Gengar. This Gengar is quite annoying. Mega Drain. Look at this. That's the most damage without crit that move has done. You know? So essentially, Source, I just got a prayer Source Stance. I got prayer +6 and click Surf. I got, see, Surf. Hey, Surf does respectable damage. Look how much respectable damage it does on +6. Respectable damage. I KO the Gengar 22 HP with a Substitute still, which is, I think, fantastic for me. Haunter. Again, gotta click Surf. Dream Eater. I'm not asleep, so not affect me. Arbok comes out. Body Slam. Will one shot with that, and then last but not least, a level 16 Gengar. I saw you click Surf. About half. Psychic. Okay. So breaks my Substitute. Do it again. Look, Confuse Ray. I just not need to hit myself. I hit myself Confusion, and that's how I lose that run. See how great Agatha is in Generation 1? Agatha is so terrific in these games. So terrific. Just unbelievably great Agatha is in this game. Meanwhile, crit Lick. And she decides to substitute the Gengar and did it again. And just Mega Drain. Crits the Substitute, that doesn't matter. Lick. Cool. And let's do this up with Sword Stance. Confuse Rate can't hit through me. Surf. That was a crit. I think I did more damage, so good job. I got back crits. Yay. Some good stuff against it. That's a crit. Not necessarily crit. I did not need Kabutops. Another crit. 4 straight crits for Kabutops. It was quite amazing. I don't know what's the odds of that, but that must be very low odds. Another crit. 5 straight turns with a crit for Kabutops, man. 5 straight turns. I don't know what are the odds of that, but we need to do some calculations on that one. Another crit. Is it Arbok? Does Kabutops critting machine? Critting machine. And essentially, unless she hypnosis it, I just don't lose. I don't lose, and she doesn't have real hypnosis, so I pass through Agatha in this run. And then Lance. And people are like, Lance gave you trouble? Well, Hydro Pump gets you trouble. Because +2 Bison does not... Oh, actually, it does para, so... There's not the run where I lost to that mon. What I do lose to is a thing called Speed Drop. I got myself +6. Bulb Beam. Speed Drop. Now I lose. Because Dragonite and Aerodactyl outspeeds me. Even though Aerodactyl doesn't do anything, Dragonite has a Thunder and Blizzard. And I lose. See, I lose. I mean, the correct decision is setting up against the Dragonair. It is. That is the correct decision. Because Gyarados can, if Gyarados crits you with Hydro Pump, it does have a chance to KO you. It does. With a crit Hydro Pump, it can. But I survived that. And I Body Slam, and it gets parried, and gets fully parried again. So good RNG for me. Once again, back-to-back battles against the Gyarados. I KO'd the Dragonair. Cool. Go against the Dragonair again. See, you can't do it. Demont can't really do anything against me. Unless it gets a speed drop, which there's a speed drop once again. And then I crit the Dragonair. Doesn't kill. Because I don't do this battle over and over again. If I don't get the speed drop, I don't do this battle over and over again. I just don't. I literally just win. And then I crit the Dragonite. On a turn, I did not need to crit the Dragonite. So, great stuff, guys. Great stuff. Inside this, stuff. It's just great. Great things. Great things happening here. We go once again against the Gyarados. This took me a while to beat because I kept on getting bad RNG against the Dragonair and the Dragonite, and I took 2 Hydro Pump, which is really bad because and I crit that Dragonair, and he Thunder Waved me, which means I lose the game. I lose the game because I got a crit I did not need. So that's two battles I lost to me getting a crit when I didn't need a crit. Fun times. Fun times is Lance battle. Fun times in Lance battle. Yeah, I think you just gotta set up against, and then see, there's a crit. I died to a crit. So, not the greatest time in the world against Lance. Just not. Like I said, bits and pieces. This bits and pieces, as long like the speed drop plus getting the unnecessary crits I needed, and you missed Hydro Pump there, which is good. I think I calculated in my head like +2 just kills, and then I saw the rest of it against this Dragonair. Like I said, as long as I don't get the speed drop, I win the game. And I don't get the crit against Dragonite because don't need it. And then this last Dragon Knight, finally, I beat Lance. Let's go. And last but not least, I face the rival. Rival is quite annoying. I did use Hurricanes to go make me up level 62 for this battle. Now this can go either way for a lot of this, and there's a crit by the Alakazam match. I just lose. I just lose from here. Yep, just yeah. I reset. I'm like, yep, that's lost. This could be easier, but it's not easier because for some reason I'm just clicking into the plans. Don't know why. But yes, this battle is quite annoying. Quite annoying battle inside this game. Surf always kills Sand Slash, which is good thing. Alakazam, I thought it said Sword Sense Alakazam because I want to one-shot the Executor but not using Leech Seed against me. And I do that, so that's why I got +6. Even as a Kinesis, so essentially, as long as I don't get any terrible crits, I win this battle until you realize I will level up in this battle. And there's a crit. I will level up inside this battle and therefore be slower than the Jolteon. So, and Jolteon lands Thunder and I lose. Yes, I lose because yes. Like crit stuff. I mean, it's a coin flip on the rival to click Thunder or Thunder Wave. It is a coin flip. At which you click Thunder Wave there or Miss Thunder because you know it's Thunder has 70% accuracy and it just lands Thunder every time I face it. Again, this time I decided to sell up against the Alakazam. He hit me with Kinesis once but twice, which is awful. He went for a third time, but he missed that one. And so basically going into the rival -2 accuracy and +6. So that's the first time missing there. I did hit back to back, which is good. And I landed Body Slam after doing the from Clamp. Ninetales, I missed. Sucks. I got hit by Confuse Ray. I missed Body Slam again. I hit myself Confusion. And she's only going for Confuse Ray. And I hit this time. So I am around the same amount of health I was Jolteon the last time. Except for my second. He went for Thunder Wave this time. Breaking Confusion. And I hit Body Slam. And this particular run, I had 1 hour 59 minutes and 18 seconds, which is an improvement, way over improvement by a half hour on the first run. So a very, very solid improvement. But what if I did a final run, but I did a little bit something different in that run? What if I decided to do run where the rival does not have Jolteon as its main mon, but what if I decided to have the rival have a Flareon instead? And let's just say I do significantly better than this run on R59. But again, we had to call through the faults I have, and the first fault I have is Giovanni number 2. And people are asking, Twisted, why are you poisoned? Well, first of all, the Jesse and James battle just before this poisoned me. I don't have an antidote. I don't want to leave this area. And see there, I have a 0 vault. This is my first vault. And then he crit me with double kick. And I lose because of this. Um, because Persian always outspeeds me, and Persian will OHKO me. There. So that is my first reset. The whole entire run, this run right here, is my first reset. And like I said, could I have escaped out of here, healed the poison off, and then fought Giovanni? Sure, I could have done that, but I didn't want to. If anything, on this, I think I should not sword stance on here twice. What I should do is like sword stance once, kill it, and then, but he scar specs there, so I OHKO. I got +6 here. Payday, awesome move. Body slam, and essentially this is how I beat Giovanni in this run here. Bulby. I did not teach a surf this time. I kept surf off of it like I was supposed to on run 4, but that's how I beat Giovanni in this run. Koga is the first sighting on Koga, and Koga actually is a huge problem because this guy loves to use sleep powder, and I see you got that crit. That crit mattered because I would KO'd it without the crits. And look how many turns of sleep. 1, 2, 3. Special defense drop. 4 turns. 5th turn. I went to sleep for 5 turns. And the sleep in this game is stupid. It's stupid. I have to click. I do need a source and sell speed. Not speed, but to KO this first Vanat because it doesn't kill. Anyways, first turn sleep, second turn sleep, third turn sleep, fourth turn sleep, fifth turn sleep, sixth turn. Welcome. It's turns number 6, and see there my HP is really not enough. I quick sword stance and Scything will keep me alive, but I don't outspeed the Venomoth, and Venomoth will kill me. And yeah, Venomoth does indeed kill me. So I cannot be put to sleep for 6 turns. That's essentially how I kind of beat Koga, is don't be put asleep at around 6 turns. And stuff like that. Sword stance into sleep powder. I think he only missed 1 sleep powder on time. Sleep 1, sleep 2, sleep 3, sleep 4, sleep 5, sleep 6. Turn number 6. And he used 2 X defenses on this mod, so again, you kind of have to. I got confused. I hit myself confusion. I lose. So I think my average time I've been asleep has been 5 to 6 turns. In Generation 1, when you wake up, you don't attack. So terrific things for this run. Bayonet once again. Sleep power. Always click sleep power because I am a water type, and it checks in that I'm weak to that move. Turn 1 sleep. Turn 2 sleep. Turn 3 sleep. Turn 4. Turn 4. Turn 5. Wake up and turn 6. See, RG there could have said, "Hey, you know what? You could have woken up the first 2 turns when you use X attack." Absolutely not. I got lucky there. Don't know why I sleep powder. I sword stance there against a mod with sleep powder. Don't ask me why. And then you click X attack on the Venomoth, and that's how I beat Koga. Frustrating Koga fight. And then the other Giovanni fight. I probably should just always attack the trio, and I don't. And then he crits me. Yeah. I probably should always attack the trio first turn, but I don't, because I thought I could get a sword stance off because I might click dig. And therefore I would OHKO the Duck Trio on the second turn when it comes up. But it doesn't matter. There's Scar Spec and digs. hit the dig, and then he crits me. Cool. Die twice to a crit. Awesome. Now, let's try for turn number 3. And then awesome battle you guys are seeing. Fissure connects. Cool. Based on speed, way faster than me. Okay. So far I lost to 2 crits and a fissure. Let's see if we have any more. Let's have any more issues in this battle, right? Because only specifically the trio. Just they're the only one that gives a problem. Ah, yes. Bison does not OHKO, but I do paralyze it. So it's a step in the right direction. It really is a step in the right direction in this battle. As I just sword stance. He clicks double team. I click sword stance. Click sword stance. He clicks free swipes. A little bit annoying side. Because he gets like 5 hits off. Which is like, come on. Body slam, kills Persian. Cool. You would think this is the end of the battle. I killed Neoquin. You think this is the end of the battle? I crit the Neo King and he lands thunder! You guys love this content. I hope you guys enjoy this type of content. What do you mean? I would have been done with this battle. And by the way, that Koga fight actually made me do a little bit worse. I was like ahead, and then a Koga kind of fucks me. And I don't, but he did use guard spec this time, so not that bad. He used guard spec again, so like various fights. Like I said, it's not that bad. At this point, like, getting our 5 turns on various wipes, yellow dice, and slash kills me with a crit. So another crit loss. So essentially, I lost in sort of a crit or an OHKO move. I crit the Neo King, he kills me at thunder. You know, the trio. That's the first time I lost to Persian, and there's a card spec on the trio. And then here's Dig. By the way, Dig here does not kill me. Which is, I know, very, not on brand for Twisted. Not very on brand on that one. And it got +6. He did not get up a double team off, I believe. He got 3 turns. Yay! And then that should kill. Everything I should kill, as long as I don't crit. The only one that would crit that wouldn't matter is because of Rhino with Bulb Meme. So that's the only thing that doesn't matter. Weird again. I think I battled unnecessary trainers as well with this run, so who cares? And a Rhino fight dies. So yay, Giovanni. Awful. Oh yeah, I beat the rival the first time not with the Flareon. So like I said, this is easy now. Lorelei. Why am I showing a Lorelei fight? Well, you know what happens. I get a speed drop. And everything now outspeeds me, including this Clamp Cloister. But he misses. And it gets Super Potion. And then I crit the Cloister. But then I parried the Cloister. And then I'm faster. Slowbro. I crit the Slowbro. I crit the Slowbro again. This would be so much easier if I was able to kill everything first turn. He missed double slap, and I killed Jinx here. And then you think, oh, you should be able to kill the Lapras here with +6. It survives. Lapras survives. They're just like, I bet people were surprised. The Lapras survives on +6 in that scenario on Body Slam. And you think, well, it can't get any worse than that, Twisted, right? It can't get any worse than that. You know? Except for this Dugon just clicks Bullet Beam over and over again. And then for some reason clicks Takedown. Don't ask me why. I the first time saying Duke, I'll use takedown and anything else. Cloyster lives. It doesn't matter because she uses super potion. Right. Slow bro. So we're just outright lives a +6. So like I'm not 100% sure. Jinx dies to that, and then the Lapras is you think hopefully I KO the Lapras, and I don't, but quick super potion. I do eventually beating that as well. This battle's a pain in the ass. I'm telling you right now, this battle's a pain. I hate this battle over and over. I hate this battle. First turn Confuse Ray. Alright, at least I kick out of it. But then he uses Mega Drain. I'm like, okay, so what's the point? What's the point of me using this move? Also, I also learned here on this run is I do have Ice Beam and Sapphire Slam, right? One thing I learned in this bigger battle, which I would have won this first time actually. One was this Gengar and her just super potioning every time as well. The main problem I ran into, I didn't have PP for Ice Beam. You see, more than half of my PP of Ice Beam is already gone. So essentially, how I lose. That's how I lose this battle. Otherwise, I would want the first time this battle. I would have first timed this thing. In this, so it's just an unfortunate thing. What happened, and then Gengar. I ended up getting. You see, I froze Gengar, but I have no Ice Beam, and yeah, it's not such I lose. Is I don't have enough PP, and the first Gengar was annoying by clicking substituting over and over again, and Agatha using super potions. That is quite annoying. That itself is quite annoying. So I use PP up on Ice Beam. I went for Agatha again. For this run. This is more annoying than anything in the run because how annoying this Gengar is. It sees this quick substitute. No. And she switches out to Gengar. Why? I don't know. Not like that's not like this Golbat could do anything because it can't. It said kill the Golbat and have substitute in here. Ooh, and look at just how less annoying Gengar is in this one. You went for substitute, she didn't heal. So, like I said, less annoying. And then Haunter comes in. Can't do anything. And got frozen solid. So Haunter's frozen solid. Like, this is my best, like, RNG. Like, realistically, no heals on Gengar. Frozen on Haunter. And I saw my substitute into the last Gengar. I crit the Gengar there in Confused Ray. The only way I lose is Bandit Psychics. And lands Hypnosis, which is dead. Well, there's 2 turns. Crit. And then click Psychic. I easily survive, but click Sub. I figured the Ice Beam would not kill. But I click Ice Beam and Ice Beam actually does kill. So I second turn Agatha. Easier for some reason against Giovanni and Koga in this run. I don't know. Anyways, I decided to do something stupid against his Sand Slash, and I click Ice Beam. I don't know. Ice Beam. I don't know. And I always get killed by the Alakazam because why not? Hey, if you guys can't see. Lance was not an issue. I also just use the rest of my rare candies up because low 16 what you could basically mean to beat this game. And see that I saved, so you guys know that I actually do. I am around the 3 hour mark, so unless this battle takes like an hour, you guys know. Like I said, this is the Vaporeon team. Ice Beam almost one shots, but it used full restore, and then with the crit kills. I don't know if I don't remember Ice Beam was actually like one shot, like can actually one shot or not, or could do something. Anyways, Kinesis is very annoying, but I think I have to stick with this part. I'm always -1, which is very, very unfortunate, right? But I do one shot Alakazam. We have to +6. I do one shot the Executive. I don't one shot because of crit. And then I got Lucy. I'm like, oh, come on, man. What are we doing? A Magneton, Body Slam, because it's not Steel type, so it dies. Cloyster. It does survive, but I parrot it. And it got fully parrot, and I hit Cloyster. And last but not least, we have the Flareon here. And I Body Slam, and I KO the Flareon, and I beat this run in an hour, 43 minutes, and 32 seconds. Which is better than my last run previously, which was like hour 59. So it was widely better in this section of the game. And I think that's a good thing that I was able to beat the game as it is in that state. Now, I wanted to be under 3 hours in this game so badly, but I did it. As you hear, I beat the game in 3 hours 4 minutes, which is, I think, for me personally, I'll take that 10 out of 10 times. I really do. Now, like I said, the games itself, right? It's just one of those things where it's really hard to like navigate. See on the screen the times itself, because the split thing didn't really work properly any of the game at any other time, because some reason it wouldn't take surge. So as you hear, some things I did better than, like the one on the very right is where I did not face the rival to face a Jolteon. You can say that is the reason why I did significantly better, but at the same time, you can argue that the Flareon itself could be harder for Kabutops because it has an Executor, it has a Cloyster that it eat up hits. Alakazam is faster, so if you want to play devil advocate here, on the Kabutops, I think still beating it in 3 hours and 4 minutes is actually a really solid time for me. So we don't really solo runs. And then if we take a look at the graph itself, not the graph, but like a tier list, I will be doing a tier list because why not? Tier lists are great in its format. I'll try to do stuff. So if we go ahead and let me open up a tier list creator and actually edit this out before I do anything else. So I decided to tier this particular mon, and for right now it's at B. I decided to, like, for the S tier, everything is based on game time, right? Was like the best game time I could do. As more times I do it, the more I'm comfortable, like, with my certification on this. I think S tier would be like, and if I somehow, God forbid, I beat the game under 2.5 hours. A tier under 3, B tier under 3.5, C tier under 4, you know, etc. It'd be like half-hour increments. I think it's the best way I can tier this. But yeah, this is how I'm tiering it. It's by in-game hours, not by my hours. No, my hours that I play. I think I'm very happy with my hours that I put into it. But let me guys know in the comment how you guys think I can do better or stuff like that. And until then, I shall see you guys in the next one. Peace.